So we have a big breaking news update for you, one that we did suspect would be coming, but one that nevertheless has now been confirmed officially by the BCCI. So for those of you who are joining us, well, it is official. This man right here, KL Rahul, has once again been ruled out of a test match. He only played the first test match, and now he has missed the rest four with an injury issue that didn't seem like it was that big, but which now has him consulting experts in London.
See, he had suffered a quadriceps injury after the end of the first test. We'll come to a bit about what KL Rahul's injury is, but the other bit of breaking news is that Jasprit Bumrah rested for the fourth test. India did win the series. A dead rubber at stake, but okay, maybe WTC qualification
that's the only thing
at stake. He is back for the fifth test. Now, looking at the way how the weather is in Dharamshala, looking at the way how it is the pitch will be, Bumrah, you will get the ideal fast bowling conditions that you got on this particular trip. So, no KL Rahul because of a quadriceps injury. Jasprit Bumrah, after a rest, is back for the Dharamshala test match. Now, the situation around KL Rahul is very, very peculiar at this point in time.
It's mystifying because you know what? The thing is, and what we've read as far as those reports go, is that scans haven't been able to detect any clear and obvious injury. But he's been feeling discomfort, and the scans have shown that there is some inflammation on his right quad. What that inflammation is, no one seems able to figure it out, which is why he then, in consultation with the NCA, who would have been managing his injury, has flown out to London to seek the opinion of a specialist. Now, a simple inflammation is causing him so much issue, and again, it comes at what is inarguably the worst time. IPL season is coming. He's going to be captaining a franchise and also potentially batting in a new role. There have been multiple credible reports saying that he wants to bat in the middle order and also keep wickets. Why? Get himself back in contention for the T20 World Cup. And now another injury setback.
Well, when it comes to injuries in KL Rahul, I mean, look at the list of injuries that he's continued having. Middle of IPL last year, 2023, he had suffered that thigh injury, which ensured he was ruled out for close to 3 to 4 months. Prior to that, he had sports hernia and COVID. Then prior to that, hamstring issues, side strains. It's not easy being KL Rahul, and one quad inflammation at this point has ensured he has to fly to London. So out of the 5 tests he's played in only one, he did hit an 87 in that Hyderabad test match first innings, but didn't do well in the second. And yet again, more concerns over KL Rahul's injury status, because you think that he had made his turnaround after the Asia Cup, wherein he was ruled out for close to 6 to 7 months, 3 to 4 months, a spate of injuries.
First, he had that quad injury, then picked up another unrelated injury whilst preparing for a comeback, which meant his comeback had to be delayed. The only reason he made that comeback in the Asia Cup is because Shreyas Iyer felt back spasm. So, one injury-prone player replaced another in the 11.
Yep, and luckily he went through the World Cup without any hassles.
Oh yeah.
And even in the South Africa tour, did well. But now yet another injury has stalled him, and looking at it, see, you're only going to get about 7 to 8 games to stake your claim for the World T20. May 1 is the time when the squad might be announced for the ICC.
Deadlines, of course.
The deadlines. So, KL Rahul, it's a big 50-50 situation with him, but we hope that he's fit for the IPL and can stake a place in the Indian cricket team, although it looks hard.
It looks very hard right now because again, if you assume, okay, the best case for him would be that the inflammation is just a temporary thing, that it's something a little rest will fix, and he's back training in time for the IPL, the start of the IPL.
Yes.
The worst case is that this is something that requires a little bit more, which would then ensure that at the very least, he'll be out of the initial stages of the IPL.
Yeah.
If that is to be the case, or if he's missing the first 3-4 games, that's half his chance gone to stake his claim. And it's a major issue. How is it that a player so recurringly feels or gets bitten by injuries? Again, his medical history is something else at this point, because every year there seems to be one injury layoff that will put him out of commission for 4-5 months at the very least.
Indeed.
The bad luck continues.
But Jasprit Bumrah is a very peculiar case. Before I come to Jasprit Bumrah, one more bit of update is Washington Sundar has been released from the India side to play in the semi-final for Tamil Nadu against Mumbai, which starts on March 2nd.
You know what that means? That means that he is not in the scheme of things potentially for a starter spot in the playing 11.
But the thing that the BCCI's release has stated is that he will join the India squad after the completion of the domestic fixture for the 5th test if need be. So
if need be, it means two things. Either it could hint at a playing 11 spot, which is right, but there's also, you have to remember, one of the reasons why someone like a Patidar also now cannot be released to play for MP is because even if you assume for 1 second that they decide to drop him for the final test and give Devdutt Padikkal a debut, you still need one more batter in the squad as a concussion substitute, a like for like. You don't have that, so it'll have to be Patidar. Same thing with Washington. He may not play, but you need one backup spinner. So that backup spinner, in this case, you already have an Akshar, but if you have to go like for like, maybe an Ashwin. So you need those players in your squad as well. Having them as squad options is important, because you're at second. That means second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, if it goes to the last day, and the test match starts on 7th. No problem.
So looking at it, let's see. It's a very touch and go situation. Washington Sundar, but Jasprit Bumrah. You don't play him in a series decider. Okay. India may have won it. Sure, it was a close game, 5-wicket win.
But you won it.
You won it. Now in a dead rubber, you're not. You're playing him with crucial WTC points at stake. But after that, 10-11 days later, you're the IPL.
I remember predicting that this would be the case because I just had a gut feeling. But I do tend to agree with the consensus that do you need to play him now? You already won without him. You're going to be playing in the most pace-friendly conditions, which means that even your inexperienced pacers or the pacers not named Jasprit Bumrah will come to the party. Why not just give him an extended break? Let him get into the rhythm. I mean, this whole idea of, doing training and everything around a team, I don't understand it, because every IPL team has a pre-season camp anyway. All of them have camps. So you can train and do nets and get back into rhythm there as well.
Maybe India are exploring playing 3 fast bowlers in Dharamshala. And we don't see Akashdeep, Siraj and Bumrah. Who are the other pace bowlers in the team? Mukesh. Are you going to play 3 fast bowlers and you don't have that much of confidence in a Mukesh Kumar? So that is why getting Bumrah, and see, he's going to slot in. So I think maybe it's a toss-up between Akashdeep and Mukesh Kumar then.
Most likely Akashdeep. If you go by recent form, he had a good showing in the last test. No reason to actually not give him another chance.
So Bumrah coming back, when you had the best chance in a very cramped calendar from March 22 till June end, you're going to play a lot of cricket. Mumbai Indians are not going to rest Jasprit Bumrah. Okay? If it happens this time, it's a miracle.
Oh, minor miracle.
Minor miracle. But if Jasprit Bumrah is not rested, then you are taking him to the World T20 also. That starts, India's campaign, if I'm not mistaken, begins on June 5.
Yes. It's against Ireland.
And it's just a very short turnaround, only 9 days prior to the match. So
although given the nature of the opposition, you could, if you so please, rest Bumrah and keep him ready for the next match, which is the big match, Pakistan. The big match,
June 9th.
Yeah, big match not only for, of course, rivalry reasons, but also because that is probably the most challenging match in your group. India have an easy group. You've got the likes of Ireland, USA,
India, Pakistan.
And I think there's another team which I'm missing out. But it's not a big nation. That's the thing. So your only realistically tough match is against Pakistan. Every other game you should in theory be acing.
Exactly. So you had a golden chance to give him a 1 month break. Now you're not going to do that.
You're not going to do that.
Maybe it's preparation for the IPL. Get him into rhythm for IPL.
I think he's already in rhythm.
Well, we have seen stranger things. So Bumrah's selection is really, really perplexing. But I think conditions and crucial WTC points
will probably be dictating it. Yeah, because again, see, there's no other reason. The series is done. Whether you win the series 3-1 or 3-2 hardly matters. But those WTC points will be crucial. So that's probably the only reason. And that, of course, the fact that you could potentially be thinking of going with 3 seamers, given Dharamshala, we know in the past has often been very
seam friendly, and also the weather. See, India will be facing a challenge how to prepare a slow deck considering Dharamshala's weather and the nature of the pitch.
It's always cool over there.
It's always cool, and there has been fresh snow that's been reported about 3-4 days ago. So it's going to be tough to ensure that England find their ideal conditions in Dharamshala at this point in time. Remember, if India don't win, and if New Zealand somehow pull off a miracle against Australia, or if Australia do the thing, then India can slip to 3rd also. So looking at that, every test match is vital in your home cycle. So KL Rahul out, Bumrah back for the 5th test, and Mohammad Shami has undergone successive surgery.
Yeah,
Having
this is
successful
acknowledged,
surgery,
right?
he's now rehabilitating at the NCA.
But again, no updates on when he's coming back, although I totally don't expect him back for a while.
No, I don't think he's coming back for either the IPL or
No,
the World
IPL is
T20.
confirmed. Even the T20 World Cup, I think, is unlikely.
Because if he has NCA rehabilitation for 2 to 3, 4 to 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks max, it's touch and go for the
Very
World
touch and
T20.
go because match fitness then isn't a thing.
But
So
Shami doesn't need match fitness. He can just come back, World Cup to World Cup bolter, slot back into the game. So that's the situation. Washington Sundar released, but could be back if the need arises for the Indian team. He's going to play in the Ranji Trophy semi-final for Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu take on Mumbai. Vidarbha are also made it after Karnataka somehow managed to watch it up. So Vidarbha versus Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu versus Mumbai. These are your two semi-finals. So hard luck for KL Rahul, Jasprit Bumrah, perplexing selection. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. From me and Shane, it's bye-bye. We'll be back with more updates throughout the day. Stand by and stay tuned to Sports Today.